Hello everyone, today our topic is how to send emails from Google Sheet using Postmark. So here my objective is that in my Google Sheet I'm creating a database of the user where I'm adding the details of the email address of the user, subject and even the content of the email that I want to send to that user, and for sending the email I'm going to use Postmark. So for my objective I have to build a connection between Google Sheets and Postmark. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I have to use a trigger and action. In trigger application, I'm going to use Google Sheets. In action application, I'm going to use Postmark. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today I'm going to show you how you can send email from your Google Sheet by using Postmark. So Postmark is an application that separates email by message string, and it is a fast, reliable email delivery service. So here my objective is, here on my Google Sheet, I'm having the database of the user to whom I want to send emails. So here in Google Sheet, I'm going to add email addresses, name, subject of my email, and the content of my email that I want to send. Here I can customize this data. Either I can send the same email to all the users, or I can send different emails to different users. And for sending the emails, I'm going to use Postmark. So here whenever I will add a new row in my Google Sheet with the details of the email addresses, name, subject and my email body, then automatically I'm going to send that email by using Postmark to that user. So for my objective, I have to build a connection between my Google Sheet and Postmark, and for that I have to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com, and this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I have to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here this is the workflow section and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here I want to create a new workflow. For that I have to click here on this create workflow button and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow. So I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to send emails from Google Sheets using Postmark. And I'm going to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab and I'm going to select home here and I will click on create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow and action will just follow that. So we have to set up our trigger first. And here my trigger application will be Google Sheets. So I'm going to select Google Sheets here. And now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab. A new or updated spreadsheet row will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this. And now I have to connect Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. So for connecting my Google Sheet, I have to first copy this webhook URL and I have to follow all these instructions. So I'm going to go back to my Google Sheet and here I will go to extensions and I will click on add-ons and I'm going to open get add-ons, and this will take us to the Google Workspace Marketplace. And in this, I'm going to search for Pabbly Connect webhook. So I'm going to open this. And in this, we will see this extension. So we have to install this extension and I have already installed this extension. So I'm going to close this. I will go back to extensions and now I will go to Pabbly Connect webhook. And in this, I'm going to open this initial setup. And here we have these two options, webhook URL and trigger column. So first I have to paste that webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here. And now I have to give a trigger column. So the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. Now in my Google Sheet, I have this column D, which is my last data entry column. So I'm going to type column D here and I'm going to click on send test. And now I will click on submit. And my setup is configured successfully. Now I'm going to close this and I will go back to extensions and I will go to Pabbly Connect webhook. So if I have to send emails one by one, then what I have to do is I have to click on this send on event option and I'm going to enable this option. And by enabling this option, what I'm going to do is that whenever a new row will be added in my Google Sheet with the details of the user to whom I want to send the email, then automatically that detail will be sent to Pabbly Connect. And here we have one more option. So I will go back to extension and I will go back to Pabbly Connect webhook. And if I have the details of all the users in my Google Sheet and I want to send the emails to all my users in a one go, then what I have to do is I have to enable this option of send all data. So what this option is going to do is it is going to send the data of all the users that I have in my database in Google Sheet to Pabbly Connect, and it will automatically send the emails to all those users by using Postmark. So I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect, and here we can see we have received this new response. And here we have this trigger column, which is column D, and this is the subject of my email, which is sale. And my spreadsheet name is Postmark emails. And the name of my user is demo user. Email ID is demo@pabblytudes.com. And we have this email body. So in this email body, I have the email that I want to send to my user by using Postmark. So I'm going to send this particular email to my user. And for that, I have to set up my actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab. And here I'm going to search for my action application, which is Postmark. So I'm going to select Postmark here. And I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab and send email will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And I'm going to connect Postmark with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection. And to connect Postmark, I have to give a server API tokens. So where I'm going to get this API token, for that I have to first log in into my Postmark account. And in my account, I'm going to find the API keys in server navigation. So let's go back to Postmark. And here I have the servers and my server name is my first server. So I'm going to use this server. And now I will go to accounts. And in this, I will go to API tokens. And I need this server API token. So first I have to search for a server. In this, I'm going to search for my server, which is my first server. So I'm going to select this. And I'm going to get a server API token. So I'll click here. And this is the server token. So I'm going to copy this. I will go back to Pabbly Connect. And I'm going to paste that API token here. I will click on save. And here to send the email, I have to fill all these tabs. So first I have to give a from email. So I have to give an email address that I have verified in my Postmark account from which I am going to send the emails to all the users. So I'm going to give my email address here. Now I have to give the email address of the user to whom I have to send the email. So I have this email address in the response of my Google Sheet. So I'm going to use that response and I'm going to map that response here. And for that, I have to use mapping. And what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous tabs, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Google Sheets. And this is the email address of my user. So I'm going to map this. Now I need the subject of my email. So I also have this subject in my Google Sheet. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Google Sheets. And this is the subject of my email, which is sale. So I'm going to map this. Now I need the text body. So in the text body, I have to map the content of my email that I want to send. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Google Sheets. And this is my email body. So I'm going to map this. And this is the email that I want to send to my user. Now here I have filled all the required details that I want to send as an email. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request button. And here we can see we have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have sent an email automatically to my user, which I have in my Google Sheet. Now to check this, I'm going to open the email account of my user. And here on my account, we can see that I have received this new email. So the email subject is sale. And this was the email that I have in my Google Sheet. And also this was the email that I have mapped in my actions tab in Postmark. So I have used Postmark to send this particular email to my user. And my user have received this email. So let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see that I have built this connection between Google Sheets and Postmark in such a way that whenever a new row will be added in my Google Sheet with the details of the user, then automatically I'm sending an email to that particular user by using Postmark. And also if I have the data and I want to send emails to all my user in one go, then I can do that too by using Postmark and this connection between Google Sheet and Postmark. So let me show you how we can do that too. So after setting this workflow, you have to go back to your Google Sheet. And in this Google Sheet, you have to have the database of all the users that you want to send emails to. And you will have to go back to extensions. and you will go to Pabbly Connect webhook. And in Pabbly Connect webhook, you have to enable this option of send all data. So after enabling this option of send all data, what is going to happen is that the whole data that you have in your Google Sheet or in your spreadsheet with the user details, then automatically that details will be sent to Pabbly Connect and your workflow will start working, and it is going to send the emails to all the users that you have in your Google Sheet in one go. So let's go back to Pabbly Connect. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have used my trigger, and my trigger application was Google Sheets, and my trigger event was new or updated spreadsheet row. Then I have set up my actions tab, and my action application was Postmark, and my action event was send email. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there. And thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this using Pabbly Connect. If you need any help or if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can post them at forum.pabbly.com, or if you have any issue with the pricing of Pabbly, you can connect on this link. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.